Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with another servant analysis video. A new servant has come out and this person is called Kyokutei Bakin. And yeah, let us see what this character is. I'm going to react like I usually do. I'm going to react to the servant demonstration, look at the Ascension art, the skills, and see what this character is, give my impressions and all that stuff. So yeah, let us begin, and as always the original video links will be in the description box if you want to check them out. And yeah, let us begin. First I'm going to check out her servant demonstration. I think here both the first Ascension and the third Ascension is here, yeah, and the summoning and the Ascension lines. Let's get started with that video. I'll give my impressions after that, and then I'll move on to the Ascension arts. So let's begin, and here we go. Okay, so this is Kyokutei Bakin. Wait, what? Oh. Oh. Oh wow, that was really beautiful. Okay. Wait, she's a rider. Okay. Oh. Her voice, it kind of... Wait, what is that? Wait, she has a gun? Wait, is that a gun? Whoa! Oh, these are dogs! Okay. I'm guessing she's somehow related to... her lore is probably related to dogs. I'll check it out. I'll check it out after this, who this person actually is. And she talks in a... Okay. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. The whole somersault that she did. Okay. I love this part. All the dogs. Alright, let's see. What else? Okay, that's a knife. Oh wow. Oh, she can fight as well, like, you know, hand to hand. Okay. She's actually holding a dog like this. That's cute. I noticed that. She just grabs the dog like this and starts. Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh my god, this is such a cute, like. Wow, the dogs are making this so cute. Oh, okay, this is really good. Oh, she's an arts noble phantasm user. All right. Oh, ad is coming. All right. Oh, that's a fan. All right. Wait, what are these? Dragon Balls? There's 7 of them, aren't they? 1, 2, 3. No, more. This part is beautiful, where she kind of sits. Okay. Wow. There's one thing that I love so much about this is the little dogs. Oh, this is the third Ascension. Oh my god, look at that. Beside her, there's a huge wolf. No, 8 of them. There's not 7. Or is it? Okay, so that's a wolf or a dog? Probably a big dog. Wow, this is a really cool The first one was so cute with the little dogs, you know. Let's see how does animations change here. Let's see. Oh, she's actually riding the dog. Oh, that sword. Oh wow, these are some cool animations. Oh! Oh wow, okay. This is cool. The first one was cute. This one is cool. You're both in the same character. Okay. Alright. Oh, it's like a water sword or something. Wow. Okay. Oh wow! That was the best one, I think. Alright. So I'm guessing she can manipulate water? Like, you know, she's using water droplets and everything. Okay, those balls are just floating beside her. There's just 8 of them, I think. Alright, let's see her full power. Alright. Yeah, there's 8 of them. Okay. Decent damage. Alright. Okay, so there you go. The third Ascension art was cool. The first Ascension art animations was cute, especially because of the dogs. Oh, the dogs were so... Okay. Let's see the summoning lines. Let's hear them. Okay, this is the first Ascension art as well. Oh, I like the background of the Ascension art.
Rider Kyokutei Bakin. お初にお目にかかる。わしを知る者、それただ発見伝か。わしを知らざる者、それもまたただ発見伝か。下作はわしの手を離れ、独自の命を持つに至ったのだ。のだが、このわし自身がサーバントになるとは。
I didn't expect I'd become a servant.
きなり。
There's a lot of things I don't understand because she talks in an ancient way. I'm not used to that much, so... What the? The tone changed. Okay, Ascension.
よよ、これまたきなり。霊気の再臨とはかようなものであったか。装いも新たに身の引き締まる思いだ。
It's kind of difficult to understand what she's saying, but she's speaking in an ancient way, you know, like...
またも再臨なるか、めでたい。ところで、何故このわしまで犬耳と尻尾のこしらえ物を備えておるのだ。
Why do I even have these dog ears and the tails? It's okay, the ears can help me hear.
尻尾はとにかく可愛い。
But I... Oh, yo, the face! She's like, oh, the tail is for cuteness. Oh wow, she changes here.
里見義実の一の娘にして、死して仏の導きを受けし真の。 またこれなる畜生は八つ房怨念を克服しワナミと共にそなたを助くる霊剣なり名を惜しみ恥を知る戦場をこそ切に願いたも。
Oh wow. Okay, I wasn't able to understand most of the things she said.
部門の誉れぞ。
Okay. Wow, this is
初音に眠る座頭かな。原作者極低馬琴。
Kyokutei Bakin.
その神の旅は未だ結びを迎えてはおらぬ。世の人々が八剣士の活躍を思い描くたび、そこにかの者の御霊も去来する。読み手あればこそ綴られし思いもまた不滅なり。ワナミと八つ房が旅の道連れとなり、しるべつかまつらん。世の中の役を逃れて元のまま返すぞ雨と土の人形。
Okay. So what usually happens is like, whenever these sections come up in all the other 7 analysis videos and everything, I can kind of understand what they're saying with the Japanese words, but here the way she speaks is kind of like in an ancient way, that type of way of talking. So I was unable to understand most of the things that she was saying. A few of the things I was able to understand, because that one section I was able to properly understand when she was talking about the dog ears and the tail. She was like, oh, the ears can help me hear properly, but what about the tail? And then she's like, oh, it's because it's cute. And then she kind of gets embarrassed a little bit. That part I was clearly able to understand. The few other parts, the way she was talking was kind of difficult to understand. So yeah, but other than that, there you go. That was Kyokutei Bakin, Rider. And all right, I love the whole what can I say, difference in both the Ascension arts and the way they fight. The first one was just her being cute with the dogs, I think, and I just loved how she just fought with the dogs. The way she kind of grabbed the dogs using her 2 hands and started running towards the enemy. And all the dogs were coming to her aid most all the time. And the skill, when the skill activated, I loved that part as well, because there was one section where she took out her pipe and one of the dog came in and just sat down. Another one was where another dog comes up on her head and just sits down on her head. That was so cute. And these sections, the first Ascension animation, the Ascension art and everything was just pure cuteness. It was so nice. And the third Ascension art is where she becomes from cute it becomes cool, you could say. She's actually riding on top of I'm guessing that's a dog, but it looks like a wolf. And she's just going, and she has the weapon, the katana, and she's using that. And I love the way the different sections with the water that I'm guessing her sword is kind of like a water sword or whatever. And I loved 2 of the animations I loved a lot. One was when it the whole screen becomes filled with water droplets, probably some kind of a atmospheric moisture or something, and she disappears, and then she appears in front of the enemy and slashes them using the water sword. That was cool. That was really cool. The other one was where she kind of just comes back, and there's water droplets forming behind her, and she uses them to attack. It kind of reminds me of, you could say, Rhinus's attack of where she uses the mercury to attack, where little droplets form and they kind of go and attack the enemy, kind of like that, but this is just with water droplets. Those 2 were really cool. And yeah, and most of the parts we could see in the third Ascension, she used her sword to fight, and it was maximum with her sword. And her Ascension art also changes vastly. We could see I don't know what those are called, those balls, those 8 balls, I think they're rotating, revolving around her sword, and And when she attacks with the sword, it kind of starts rotating, that type of a thing. So yeah, first ascension, cute. Third ascension, cool. And yeah, that was beautiful. I love the like whole the like the dogs accompanying her. I love that so much. So I wonder which ascension art people are going to use for her. Like I think a lot of people are going to use the first ascension art because it's so cute, with the dogs and everything. And yeah, a few people might actually use the third one, or maybe people might actually switch. Like whenever they feel like they can switch it to the first ascension and then to the third ascension, whatever. But yeah, like this is kind of nice, I have to say. The animations and everything was clean as always, and like I said, the third one was very cool. The first one was quite cute, the animations. And yeah, okay, so that was the animation demonstration. Okay, one thing I need to check out first before going to the Ascension arts. Who is she? Kyokutei Bakin. Okay, Kyokutei Bakin. Okay. Oh, Takizawa Bakin. Is that this person? Takizawa Bakin, aka Kyokutei Bakin. Wait, this is a. Oh, this is a male cat. Oh, is this a gender bent character? Wait a minute. Is this even? Yeah, that's a female, isn't it? That's a girl, isn't it? The one in the one that I was. Yeah, I think that's a girl. I think so. Yeah. That's definitely a girl. So, or am I wrong? Is that? Oh my God! Did I just fall into a trap? Is that a trap? You know what? Let me check the face again. Oh no, that's definitely a girl. I refuse to believe that's a boy. Yeah, that's definitely a girl. So I'm guessing this is a gender bent character. Okay, let me read. Who is this person? Was a Japanese novelist. Oh, novelist. Okay, of the Edo period, born Takizawa Okikuni. He wrote under the pen name Kyokutei Bakin. Okay, there you go. Later in his life, he took the pen name Toku. Modern scholarship generally refers to him as Kyokutei Bakin or just as Bakin. He's regarded as one of, if not the leading author of early 19th century Japanese literature. He was the third surviving son of samurai family of low rank. After numerous deaths in the family, he relinquished his samurai status, married a merchant's widow, and became an Edo town person. He was able to support his family with prolific writing of Gesaku. What is Gesaku? It's an alternative style genre, a school of Japanese literature. In the simplest contemporary sense, any literary works of playful, mocking, joking, silly, or frivolous nature may be called Gesaku. So basically, I'm guessing satire or that type of a thing. Okay. Primarily didactic historical romances. Okay, though he always wanted to restore his family to the samurai social class. Some of the best known books are Nanso Satomi Hakkenden. It's a Japanese epic poem written and published over 20 years, set in Muromachi period. The story follows 8 fictional warriors connected spiritually but born in different families. Okay. The Chronicles of 8 Dog Heroes of Satomi clan of Nanso. Oh, is that where the dog comes? Oh, the 8. We can see the 8 balls. I'm guessing that's how somehow it's related to it. Oh, wait a minute. Okay, so I kind of saw that in the animation and I did not realize at the beginning. Now I can understand. We were seeing those, those balls kind of rotating and then going and taking a form of a dog and attacking the enemy. So those balls are actually those 8 dogs, I'm guessing. It must be. Those 8 balls are actually the dogs, I think. Okay. Because it's written in the Chronicles of the 8 Dog Heroes of Satomi clan at Nanso. Consisting of 106 books. Bakin published more than 200 works in his life, including literary critiques, diaries, and historical novels. There you go. So, alright, so yeah, that was Kyokutei Bakin. Okay, I know who he is. So, okay, so this is a gender bent character. Alright. Alright, so that was that. Now let us check out the Ascension arts. Okay, the first one is this one. Okay, so here we can see, yeah, this is definitely a girl. I don't think this This is a boy. This is a girl. Okay, so I have to say the art kind of reminds me of Hokusai's art. Wait, who is the person who illustrated her? Taco Legs. Taco Legs. Okay. Who else did Taco Legs do? Taco Legs. Okay, I cannot find any character illustrated by Taco Legs. I can only find one CE. So I'm guessing this is the first character that has been illustrated by Taco Legs, or am I wrong? I'm not so sure. Correct me if I'm wrong. But I cannot find any servant here. So I'm guessing this is the first servant that has been illustrated by Taco Legs, while there is a CE here that I can see that has been made by Taco Legs, and that's just it, I think. Anyway, correct me if I'm wrong. But okay, so now I love the art style. This art style, it has like this kind of a the background and everything has like a what can I say? I cannot properly explain. But it has like a painting type of vibe, the like a watercolor painting, something like that. I don't know. I'm not so sure about different art styles, but I feel like there's like a painting type of vibe coming from this character here. Like not only the background, but the character herself. We can see she's wearing, I think, a kimono or a yukata. I'm not so sure what it is. And damn, there's a lot of things going on here. Her dress, she has a dress, but oh, is that a dog? Wait a minute, is that a dog in her? I'm not so sure. It looks like a dog's tail. Oh, that's her tail. Okay. Yeah, she was talking about how I have dog ears and a tail, but that's her tail. Okay, all right. That's her tail, and we can see the two dog ears as well. And she has like a red rose. Her character design, the first Ascension art character design is mainly kind of reddish. It has like a red color theme going on, and yeah, she has long hair, has like a fan, and the thing that is kind of tied up over here. And there you go. And the background, like I said, not only the background but her as well, it looks like she's like painted, like painted on paper. It's kind of like that, kind of like Hokusai's waves, the waves that we see in Hokusai, kind of like that. That's why I'm saying it kind of reminds me of like a painting. So okay, this is a really nice Ascension art, first one. And yeah, all right, let's check out the next one. The next Ascension art, nothing much changes, I think, here. Yeah, very minor changes. She's kind of wearing like a purple kind of thing, like a, oh, is that like a cape kind of thing, which is like a purple inner side. And yeah, it's nothing but the white thing that she was using to tie her, that's not there. And the dress is kind of the same, and there's like a few things extra, like a white transparent little thing on top of her yukata. There's like that's an addition. There's a few extra roses on her head, I think. Yeah, and she's like wearing gloves and stuff. Okay, nothing much changes, but yeah, it's basically kind of like an upgrade to the first one. All right, third one is the one where she changes drastically, like usually, like all the characters' third Ascension arts changes. This one, okay, here her full attire changes, the background changes, everything changes. She's like wearing a white again yukata, I think. She has a sword or katana on her hand, and there you go, there's like 8 balls, I think. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It's interesting the way the balls are connected. I was kind of watching this while the animations were going on. They kind of connected with a yellow, I don't know what that is. At first I thought it was sand, like I thought that was sand, but it's not sand. I think it's like a yellow some kind of a yellow cloth or something like that. I don't know what it is, but it's kind of like kind of attached to each other, and the way they're put is kind of interesting. There's like 3 of them on top, one in the middle, and 4 of them in the end, like, you know, in the ending part. So total 8. So I'm guessing these 8 balls are actually the 8 dogs, because in this Ascension art, when she was attacking, these balls actually turned into dog forms and kind of attacked the enemy. So there you go. And she also has like a huge wolf kind of thing behind her. And I'm guessing, like, you know, like, I think like the fourth yeah, the fourth Ascension lines, which I wasn't able to actually figure out what she was saying most of the sections, because she was talking in like an ancient way. She was actually introducing herself. That's one thing I realized what she was doing. That one I was able to understand what she was trying to do, but I wasn't able to understand the specifics. So she was actually introducing herself. She also said something about the dog as well, I think. She was actually introducing herself and the dog. And I'm guessing there, like, she actually tells who she is and what the dog is and the identity, you know. So which I wasn't able to understand most of the things. But yeah. And she kind of talks about a few other things, like that Ascension line was quite long. She was talking about a lot of things at that moment. It was basically giving her and the dog's introduction over there. So yeah, anyways, so there you go. This is the third Ascension art. This is a beautiful one. Like I said, she's extremely cool in this Ascension art. The way she fights with the sword and everything is just fantastic. All right, the final Ascension art, which is this one. And yeah, you can see her posing with the sword, and the dog is also there behind her, I think. Yeah, there you go. And the balls are kind of floating around, and yeah, red hair. Okay, a lot of things are going on in this Ascension art. Oh boy. And the background is also really nice. I love the art style of this. Yeah, the whole painting vibe I'm getting from this is really nice. All right, so there you go. That was the Ascension arts. Now let us check out the skills. All right, the first skill is called the name speaks for itself. Okay, so this one charges own NP gauge, charges party's NP gauge by 10%, and gain critical stars. Okay, increase own NP gauge is 20% at level 1, 30% at level 10, and gain critical stars at level 1 is 5, at level 10 is 15. 15 is decent, yeah. So okay, this is basically like a NP gauge charger, you know, like you get a little 30% boost in your NP, and your party's NP also charges by like 10%. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, are these like calculated separately? I'm guessing, like, charges own NP 30% increase, charges party's NP. So is this character herself also included in that? Like, so am I going to get like 40% increase, like, you know, 30% for myself and 10% since you're also in the party, or is that separate? I'm guessing you also fall in the party, that's why you're also going to get like a 10%. So total 40%, I'm guessing, at level 10. I think so. I'm not so sure about this, but I think that's how it's going to go. So yeah, it's basically like an NP increaser, like, you know, thing, and your party also gets like 10% boost, which is nice. And I guess you could probably loop her with Castoria. I'm not so sure about how her NP gauge charges, how quickly it charges. That's going to depend if she can loop or not. Okay, the second one. Wow, there's a lot of things going on in the second skill. Okay, this is called 8 Benevolences and Righteousness. 8 increases one ally's quick performance for 3 turns, increases their arc performance for 3 turns, their buster performance 3 turns, their critical damage for 3 turns, their NP damage for 3 turns. My god, recovers their HP, grants them evasion for 1 attack 3 turns, grants them debuff immunity 1 time 3 turns. What? How? And this is, oh my god. And you can target this. You can target one character for this. This is not like, you know. So that's going to help a lot. So this kind of makes her like a support character, you know, like you're boosting someone else's and you can also use it on yourself. So there you go. But you can boost someone else's. So I can see that she's like a support character. Like, you know, even the first one, your party gets like a 10% NP charge boost. and here again she can target someone else. And my god, like a lot of things happens here. Okay, the quick arts buster, crit damage and NP damage increase that we're getting at level 1, all of them are 10%, and at level 10 it's 20%. So yeah, that's really good, you know. Like it's also going to increase your NP damage by 20%. So if you think about it, like, you know, basically if you're using your NP and you use this skill before that, you kind of, like, you know, on a total you're going to get like a 40% increase in total damage, because obviously one of, like, you know, your NP has like one of the cards, it's either quick arts or buster, so there you're going to get 20% extra, and also the NP damage is 20%, so total 40%, I'm guessing that's how it goes. So okay, and not only that, it's also going to give you evasion. It also recovers your HP, where at level 1 is 500 and at level 10 is 1000, and also gives them debuff immunity for 1 time 3 turns. Debuff immunity is something that I barely even looked at before, but after playing the Lost Wells and the CQs, I can understand how important the debuff immunity is. Like having debuff immunity actually saved me so much time in my battle with Aphrodite. You know, like Sanzang just saved me with her debuff immunity that she got. So yeah, I understand, like little things, they matter actually in the long run. Especially in these skills. So there you go, so many things happen. I think this is probably the best one, this skill. Let's look at the third skill and then we can understand. The third skill is called Absorbed in Writing A. Increases your own art performance for 3 turns. Grants self-on attack activate for 3 turns. Okay. Increases party's attack by 5% for 3 turns when attacking. There you go, she's a support character. All her skills are support based. It's going to help someone else. So this one here, for example, obviously it's going to increase your own arts performance for 3 turns, which is nice. It's going to increase by 20% at level 1, arts increase, and at level 10 it's going to increase by 30%. And not only that, it grants that on attack activate buff for 3 turns, where your party's attack is going to be increased by 5% for 3 turns when attacking. So basically, like if you get to quite lucky, and if you are able to, like, you know, to like these on attack buff keeps, like, you know, like activated for 3 turns. So if you are quite lucky and you can use her for like 2-3 turns, if you can use her like 6 times you can use her, so you're going to get like a net total of 30% increase in attack for your party. You know, 6 times, 6 into 5, 30%, I think, and these are going to keep, like, you know, activated for 3 turns. So basically you attack, for example, 2 times in the 1 turn, the second time you use 3 times, and the third time you use 1 time. So like total 6 times, that means 30% increase in your party's boost. So I'm guessing you are also included in the party. That means you are also going to get this boost. I think so. I'm not so sure about this. So you're going to get like an arts performance increase as well, alongside an attack increase. So this is one thing that's I'm kind of thinking about. So you also fall in your party. So are you also going to get that? This is one thing that I'm thinking about, because I think you should also fall in, like, into it. Like these increased parties attack, you are also included inside it, I think. So if that's the case, then I think she's could be quite a strong character. If, like, you know, only in her arts department, for example, here's the thing that happens. The second skill is going to already increase your arts damage by 20%, and it's also going to increase your NP damage by 20%. Like I said, here we are getting like 40% increase in her noble phantasm. Her noble phantasm is arts based. So there you go, 20% increase in arts and 20% increase in noble phantasm, total 40% if you use her noble phantasm. That's the second skill, I think. The third skill is again going to give you like a 30% increase in arts damage. So more arts damage you're going to get. And if you include yourself within the party grant on attack activate buff that you're going to get, and if you fall inside your party, that's how it is counted, then in there as well you can get like a quite a, like, you know, 10 to 20% increase in damage by the number of times you attack the enemy. So it's going to increase your skill by a like, you know, your arts at least card by a lot. It's going to make it so strong. And the noble phantasm as well, I think, like, if properly used. I'm not so sure, but and obviously she's like a AOE noble phantasm user, so I guess you can use Castoria and you can probably loop with her as well, which will be crazy. All right, that was the skills. Let's look at her noble phantasm details. The noble phantasm is called Nanso Satomi Hakkenden, or the 8 Dog Chronicles. Okay, it's arts based, increases own damage against demonic enemies by 30% for 1 turn. My god, 30%. Activates first, deals damage to 1 enemy. Wait a minute. 1 enemy? Wait, wasn't she? Just a sec, guys. You know what? Let me check one thing. It's written here 1. Wasn't she like an AOE noble phantasm user? Let me check. Just a sec. Yeah, she's AOE. What? Why is it written here 1? Oh, I'm guessing this is like a probably like a mistake they made here. I think so. It must be. Like I'm actually like, you know, like I say, I use the Fate Grand Order fandom for these, so I'm actually reading the details from there. So here it's written deals damage to 1 enemy. I'm guessing this is like an error, little error here. It would probably be like all the enemies or something like that, because she's an AOE user, noble phantasm user. Okay, anyways, also you're going to get like gain like 8 crit stars. So demonic enemies, extra 30% damage increase you're going to get. That's even better, I guess. All right, at NP level 1 your damage is like 450%, and at level 5 it's at level 2 600, at level 3 is 675, at level 4 712, and at level 5 750. And wait a minute, I'm guessing these are correct. Like I said, it's written here 1 enemy, so it wouldn't surprise me if there's more errors over here. Either way, the overcharge effect for in here is it's going to cause extra damage against enemies with evil alignment. More extra damage, my god. So demonic enemies and evil alignment enemies, they're going to get like boosted attack, like, you know, they're going to get hit by an extra boost. So at charge 100%, there's like 150% extra evil alignment damage. 200% is 162.5, at 300% is 175, at 400% 187.5, and at 500% 200% extra damage to evil alignment enemies. So there you go. That's her noble phantasm. And her noble phantasm is very simple, you know, like nothing much. She just deals damage, and you're going to get like extra boost in your damage if the enemies are demonic, and if you can overcharge her if like, you know, the enemy is evil alignment. So okay, so a few, like, you know, extra boost you're going to get here. There you go. Now let me know. I think she's quite strong as like, you know, as a self buffer as well. You can she can buff herself as well, I guess. And she's quite strong as an arts character, I think, you know, like only her arts, like, you know, most of her skills are kind of arts based. Like the third one especially is completely arts based, and the second one you're going to get extra quick and buster performance as well, and an extra NP damage. But, you know, like again, like the arts, I think is kind of, arts is also here, so people are definitely going to focus on the arts department here. And the first skill is just increase her NP gauge a little bit. So she's a supporter, you know. For herself, she's a very strong arts character, I think, especially an arts own noble phantasm user. And there, so she's kind of like a, I guess you could call her like a supporter DPS or something like that. Like, you know, she can deal insane damage with her noble phantasm if used properly and the skills are used properly on her. because her noble phantasm is arts and she's an AoE character, and she can also help out your party as well. Like if you need that extra evasion or like an extra quick arts buster performance, you can use the second skill on any character on your party. So yeah, I think that's how this character is. In my opinion, I think she's strong, but she won't be like a game changer or something. I don't think so. No, she's strong. She's quite strong, especially her arts department. But yeah, she'll be one of the strong characters. Nothing much. She won't be a game changer like a lot of characters we got. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just like guessing this on my major knowledge or whatever. Maybe like someone will find a way to make her even stronger or something. I don't know. Like yeah, so like this is one thing about FGO that I really like, is that different characters have like different application or different way you can use them. Like it's not only deal more damage equals the character is better than the others. No, there's a lot of other things going on in this game, and like there's so many ways that you can make a character OP, where you won't be able to, you won't even be able to think that, oh my god, this is one application of this character. So that's one thing I like about this game. And I'm pretty sure like some people will definitely find a way to make her even stronger than I can imagine. So yeah, so that's it. That was Kyokutei Bakin, my reaction to this character. So the question here, will I summon for her? I don't know. I'm not so sure currently. It all depends on my SQ. I like her character style and everything, but I'm not so sure if I would actually go for her. It'll all depend on the characters that are going to come in the future. If there's a character that I would want to save my SQ for, I'm not rolling for her. If there is no such characters, which I doubt is going to happen, because we're going to get the summer event very soon, where I'm pretty sure everyone's going to use all their SQs. Like that's definitely going to happen. Like who am I kidding? And so yeah, then I might. But like I said, I doubt that's going to happen. Like I think majority of the people, especially NA people, won't actually roll in this banner unless and until they have a huge amount of SQ pool, because this anniversary and the summer event is going to come after this. So yeah, everyone's going to be like, no, let me keep my SQs for all the different characters that we're going to get. It's kind of difficult for JP, people, because they don't have the extra what do you call it, like knowledge, because they're getting it on the day, and they have to make a decision of whether to roll here or not. But we NA people, we are blessed, we know what's going to happen 2 years in advance. We know how the characters are going to come, so we can plan our stuff. So yeah, that's one advantage that we have. And I'm definitely going to see what characters come after this. And yeah, so chances are there's like this 80% chance I won't roll for her, because yeah, anniversary and summer, those two are very soon coming. But yeah, that's these everything that I said are for 2 years later. Who knows what's going to happen then? Oh yeah, no guarantee. But anyways, that was it. So thanks for watching, guys. This was my reaction to the newest character in FGO, Kyokutei Bakin. I think another character is supposed to come. I think what was his name? Like I saw people talking about this character in the comment section, I think. What was his name? It was something with Tametomo. Yeah, I've been seeing people talk about this character, so I'm guessing this is the character who's going to come in the next banner, probably the second banner of this event that we're going to get. Who knows, or I don't know. But anyways, yeah, so that was my reaction to Kyokutei Bakin. So if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, if you haven't subscribed, and comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know, and I'll check them out. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you guys in the next FGO video that I make. And yeah, very soon we are going to get our anniversary, so I'm definitely going to be making more videos then. And yeah, so see you guys then. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.